What's up, motherfuckers? So this is Mark, Becky the Boss Girl, and Ryan. I think Becky should get Becky the Boss Girl tattoo. Okay, maybe not.
I don't have any tattoos, that's not going to be the first.
So, what we were talking about? What did you say? This is a weird thing. And it's strange because I don't think we have a real answer to this shit. So a lot of times failure makes you stop doing stuff, right? So like if you try something for a week or 2 weeks or a month, you would have failed for that time, and then a lot of people give up. This is connected to, like, I saw that with when you try a strategy with eBay dropshipping. I saw that. I had a conversation with Ryan. He had this business with his friend called Beads by Chuff, and they grinded and did all the work, and they, as far as I'm concerned, they accomplished a lot. They don't think they accomplished a lot, and they stopped doing the business. And then now that they're doing another business, they're taking a whole different approach, when I think they had the right approach in the first place, and their failure or their perception of failure stopped them from taking the same approach. Now, so there are two things that I battle with. Like, when should you give up? And then what do you use as a person to know that you're not doing shit?
Me?
Yeah.
Can you go first? I'm thinking.
The first question is, when do you decide to give up?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something I'll give up.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing. So I'll give you an example while y'all think, right? So I left, no one in my family, I talked to us about it before, no one in my family ever encouraged me to start my own business, right? One of the reasons why I left and stayed away from everyone for 7 years is because I couldn't deal with someone telling me to stop when things were hard. And in that 7 years, people have died, like, but it took a long time for me to make what some people think is a lot of money. And the crazy thing is, let's say I have died before I made that money, I wouldn't be considered as a success. I would have died as a crazy person, because I went against what everybody was saying, right? So how do you, the thing is, I didn't give up or didn't stop because what I was doing on a daily basis seemed logical to me. And I say seemed logical because I try to live logical and I think it's logical. When other people outside who may not have the same experience or just don't think like me don't think it is logical.
Yeah.
So I try to live logically, and if things add up, like I have 1 + 1 = 2 tattooed on my hand. If things add up, I wouldn't give up, but
it's difficult though, because you didn't give up trying to be successful, but you will have given up things that you were doing to be successful in the process, because you're not doing what you initially were doing. So you must have given that up at some point.
Okay.
But would you say you failed at it, or would you say, because a lot, like a cliche is that you only really fail when you give up.
Right.
But if you gave something up, you must have given up a few things.
Yeah, like for instance, when I first started dropship, I had like a bar and a tattoo studio, and I realized that those weren't really scalable and I wasn't making enough money, so I actually sold the tattoo studio and gave away the bar.
Yeah.
So like,
but would you consider those failures?
I mean, with the bar we didn't make money, so I guess.
Yeah.
But I just made the decision because in doing, I noticed it wasn't scalable, so it wouldn't have gotten me to where I needed to go, right? Yeah. And maybe it was scalable, but also like I want to prove to my family that I know, like, fuck you, I'm making money, and like they're like super religious, and they, even if I made $100 million selling alcohol, they wouldn't approve. So that was part of it also. So,
but I think another thing is, like, first of all, I feel like the term failure, so like even just now when you responded to giving away the bar, like you said you didn't make money, it was a failure, but within that you learned that, okay, it's not scalable,
right?
It's not making me money.
Yeah.
I should not do it. So I think it's more a matter of
learning,
kind of accepting, one, the repercussions, two, the reality of what you're doing. So you're gonna be giving up things to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
right.
I think it's like beyond just failure.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like Just really accepting what the fuck is what.
Yeah, and I guess like you know specifically, like I think you can consider it a failure if you just gave up because you thought you couldn't do it, rather than I stopped doing it because this and this wouldn't have worked, and I needed to find something where this and this will work. There's a difference. Like you learn that wasn't going to work for you.
For me, right?
Yeah. You didn't just give up because you're like, this is too hard. You know some people can run bars successfully.
Right,
For you, that wasn't. Whereas I think when people give up like dropshipping, they're like, dropshipping doesn't work. It's like, it obviously does.
Yeah, okay.
And for you, it might be that like, oh, like I tried DS Genie and I was like, that's not for me. It's not that I failed at DS Genie. I just
Right.
That's not for me. I'll do it this way.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different. It's a very like small difference though.
Yeah.
For some people it'll be.
Okay, so we didn't really come to a conclusion.
What were the two questions you asked?
I can't remember. It was, check the notes. What was the two questions we started off with?
Sometimes I feel like we start the video and then we just go off and
Yeah.
whatever we want, and then we're like,
No, but
goodbye.
that was the main topic.
No, what was the topic?
It was failure. Don't let failure stop you.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Don't let I guess, right, so I guess it's how you define failure, right?
If you learn, like really learn, not like, oh, I learned I can't do it. Like if you actually learn from it, then it's not a failure. And if something does fail, like the book I'm reading, Mindset, there's like, it talks about a difference between failing at something and being a failure. Don't see yourself as a failure. You just failed at something, and it's okay that you didn't succeed at it. You're not supposed to succeed at everything you do.
Right.
Then you wouldn't learn. Imagine the first time you tried everything, it just worked.
That would
You
suck.
wouldn't. Yeah. What's the point? So it shouldn't stop you from like trying new things. But then there's a balance.
That used to stress me out when I used to think about heaven, but that's another story.
No, but that could also be good, eh?
What, heaven?
Like trying everything and it working. Like that's
No.
Of course, it's not great because you're not going to learn. But if I tried to make $1 billion and I just made $1 billion,
Yeah, but I didn't want to.
Everything and it works. That means you're only trying things. You're not pushing yourself. You're only trying things in your safe zone.
Oh wait, I didn't want to throw that out. I didn't exactly. I didn't want. I don't even want to throw that out and someone see that like someone out there is doing everything and keep fucking working. Like that shit does not exist.
Of course, it doesn't exist.
Not on this earth. If you believe in heaven, maybe. Like when I thought about heaven, that used to stress me out. Like I go into a place where everything is just good. Like that would be boring. You wake up every day and there's gold and fucking milk and honey and shit, and like no one angry, no challenges. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, motherfuckers, hopefully we help you out. Ask some questions. Some of the videos we just talk and don't come to like a solid conclusion, but I think we did kind of come to a conclusion. Failure is just, I don't even want to say no cliche shit. Subscribe to my fucking channel. Like look in the description for the free shit, and Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Don't lose your eBay account, so subscribe to my channel. Bye.